Are you? Are you ready for Beatle? Good morning, everyone. Hello, Augie. Hello, Iwoki. Excuse me. How are you both today? We are live on both YouTube and Twitch as always this morning, and we're doing things. We're doing Sims 4 Work with Me live stream as we always do every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Um, Iwoki, here's my mug for the day. Just because I know that you like to see it, but here it is. There's no way you were first. You saw then four people. You saw four people when you jumped on. Why you lied to me, Wisebot? You like it? You like it? How to make tea? It's text and picture based for the people who can't read. So boil kettle, put tea bag in mug, pour water over tea bag, add milk and sugar if you like it, and stir and remove tea bag. See, that's it's such a cute little comic. It is. I absolutely love it. And for some reason, my oh, there it is. Okay. So let me go ahead and launch The Sims 4 while we're having a warm up chat. Also, on the other side is how to make instant coffee, not regular coffee, but just the instant. It's along the same lines. I got this. I got this back when I was dating this guy who's like, I don't know how to, because I was always like, would you mind, if I was busy, like taking care of Paul or, doing housework or whatever, I'd be like, hey, would you mind going and make me a cup of tea or a cup of coffee? And every single time he's like, I don't know how to make tea. I don't know how to make a cup of coffee. And I'm like, it's easy. You just boil kettle, put tea bag in cup, pour water over, let it sit for a minute, take tea bag out, add milk, done. And he's like, well, that's too hard. He was a bit of a immature, child. He's like, oh, that's too difficult. I don't know how to do that. And so I bought this. I bought this mug. And I'm like, here, now you know how to make a cup of tea and coffee. And he still said it was too hard. I think he was just lazy, to be honest, because he would have. Yeah, he didn't last very long. He did not last very long as a boyfriend because I would go shopping and send a text message when I was on my way home. I'd be like, I will be home in 10 minutes. Finish up whatever you're doing because I am going to need help bringing all of the groceries into the house. And every single time, without fail, I'd be like, I'll be home in 10 minutes. Please make sure that the countertops are, cleared off so that I can put the groceries on the counter when I get home, and you can help me bring in the groceries. Every single time, countertops would not get done. He would not help me bring the groceries in. Instead, he would just be playing on the Xbox with friends. Yeah, so he didn't last very long. That's the main reason. Ewoki sounds like a douche canoe. Oh my god, I love that word. That is such a good phrase, a douche canoe. I have used it a few times. It's not hard to make a cup at all. Yeah, exactly. I went away for a weekend once, and I'm like, I need to go on. I need a break, because I was really stressed out. I'm like, he's like, well, why don't you just take a couple of days off? Go visit some friends, and enjoy yourself. I'll take care of Paul. And I'm like, oh, that's really, really sweet. Thank you. And I phoned him. I made arrangements with friends to stay with them for a couple of days. Phoned him up the first day to make sure that everything was okay, and I'm like, has Paul had his tea yet? And he's like, it was 8 o'clock at night. Paul should have had his tea, And he's like, no, I haven't given him anything to eat. And I'm like, you haven't fed my son? And he's like, well, I didn't think he'd be hungry. He's like, feed my son. And he's like, well, I don't know what to give him. We don't have any food in the house. And I'm like, there is a full freezer and a full refrigerator full of fresh fruit, fresh veggies, lunch meat. The freezer is full of, all sorts of food, ranging from pizza to chicken nuggets to chips to corn to sausages, all that stuff. And I'm like, fix something. He's like, oh, I'll just give him a bag of crisps. I'm like, no, fix something proper. I went home the next day. I 100% went home the next day, even though I was supposed to be gone for like 2 to 3 days. I went home the next day. I'm like, no. Not doing this. He didn't last a week. He was gone within a week after that. I'm just like, yeah, no. Augie, what a nightmare. Oh, I've not had very good luck with partners. They've the vast majority of them, except my current one that I've been with, my current partner and I have been dating for 16 years now. Yeah, he's a good egg. But some of my past boyfriends, oh boy. It's like my mom used to say that I used to have the same luck as she did with boyfriends. She had a bunch of man children as well, so yeah. Right. Anyway, my friends, that's enough about that. Did you all have a good night last night? Augie, I'm sorry I couldn't stay very long last night for your live stream, but I am very glad that I managed to notice that you were online. It was like quarter to 11, and I'm like, I jumped on Discord real quick to see if there were any announcements in The Sims or anything like that, any news for today, and I saw you post that you were going live, that you were live on Twitch, and I'm like, oh, Augie's live. Before I go to bed, I'll jump in and say hi. So it was really nice to see you online, Augie. Don't apologize. Yeah, like I said, I'm just sorry I couldn't be there longer, but 11 o'clock at night is my bedtime. I like to, I get, I turn off all of my, my PC and everything at 11 o'clock. I do my evening hygiene, and I read a book for like half an hour. I read like a couple of chapters, and then I go to sleep. That is my evening routine, and I always turn, I never turn the light off before midnight, but that nice evening routine from 11 p.m. to midnight of the hygiene and reading an actual book, helps calm me down a little bit from to help me sleep, especially the reading the book part. The reading the book part's really nice. I'm currently reading a book by Matt Dinniman, the author of Dungeon Crawler Carl. If you ever heard of Dungeon Crawler Carl, maybe once or twice, but no, he wrote a book called Operation Bounce House, and it's not set in the Dungeon Crawler Carl universe. Things about to change, fam. Thanks, Augie. Yeah, it's not set in the Dungeon Crawler Carl universe. Instead, it is set in a different universe altogether, and it's all about these settlers who, from Earth, who've settled on different planets, and it's sometime in the far future, and Earth is being dicks, basically, and are launching virtual style games on a lot of the planets where people have settled, and yeah, they're basically sending people from Earth, kids and that, and that have these virtual reality immersion headsets, and the kids are piloting drones and mechs and are killing um all the settlers of these planets. Well, the ancestors of the original settlers of the planets, so that Earth can take over the planets again. Um, and yeah, it's all about how the settlers are. It's from the point of view of the settlers, and how they're basically fighting back and trying to keep their home. It's a really, really good book. At least so far it is. And Ogie, you're really enjoying Planet Crafter. Oh yeah, it is such a good game. Seriously. Planet Crafter is a great game. I love it. Ewoki, a talking cat. Say no more. You'll add it to your wish list. Welcome to the welcome to the club. Not a cult. 100% not a cult. Honest. It is a good series, Ewoki. Dungeon Color Carl, that is. Very good series. I think the author has said that he's planning on there being 10 books. There's currently 8. I believe it's the 8th book that's being released next month. So, but if you like physical books, I recommend the physical book. If you like audiobooks, there's an app called Sound Booth Theater. Highly recommend that you get, if you prefer audiobooks, get the books from there, because they're doing what's called an audio immersion tunnel. It is a fully casted version of the books. They're up to book 3 now in the audio immersion tunnel over on Sound Booth Theater. And it's like literally an entire cast of people. And they put in cinematic audio effects, and it's just it's basically a film, or a bunch of or it's like a TV series or a film in an audiobook format. It's really, really good. Absolutely love it. Augie, you've seen something about DCC recently. It was an ad for something you meant to try and find out. Was it? They're bringing out a lot of stuff. So, there's a company that's bringing out collectible figurines, like high quality style, like the anime style figurines that you can get. That kind of figurine, but Dungeon Crawler Carl of the characters. They're also bringing out a series, a Dungeon Crawler Carl series, and that's in the works. Seth MacFarlane is spearheading that one. Yeah, there's a backer kit for Project 4DCC RPG. Yep. There's there's a TTRPG. There's a card game, I think, that's coming out as well. So yeah, they're just really coming out with tons of merch. So it's really, really cool. Ewoki, your library has book 1, so you put yourself on the wait list. Nice. Astana, good morning to you. How you doing? You just had a nice shower and you're about to head out to lunch. Ooh, very nice. Are you planning on having any? When you get back from lunch, you'll have to let us know what you ate. I like living vicariously through you all. For my lunch today, unless my housemate makes toasties, I am probably going to have tuna and crackers for my lunch. Not because I like tuna. Tuna's okay, but I'm trying to lower my cholesterol, so I'm trying to eat a little bit more healthy. Less cheese. Astana, you're probably gonna have some sandwiches with spreads. Ooh, nice. I do like a good sandwich. Right then, my friends, let us get to work, shall we? I'm gonna jump into The Sims. So for those of you who might be new, what we've got today is As always, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we do Work With Me live streams. Sims 4 runs autonomously in the background. I do a little bit of prompting them, telling them what to do during our break sessions. So, like, if there's anything that needs repaired, I'll have them repair it, and so on and so forth. But I do pretty much just give them free reign to autonomously do whatever they want. So we have 20 minutes of focus session followed by 15 minutes of our break, and we do that for 2 hours basically. So, and that's twice per day. So 10 to 12, and then we take a lunch break, and then we go 2 to 4, and those are UK times. Also, if you're over on YouTube, I do have a poll up on YouTube of what is on your to-do list. I've got 4 choices: housework, gardening, office work, and classwork. If you're doing something else or multiple, feel free to put in the chat what what's on your to-do list for today. And over on Twitch, what is on your to-do list today? Don't forget to add it to Sweetbot if you're on Twitch. Hi Jeebs, how you doing? Glad to see ya. Jeebs, your ships are shipping. Space is still pretty big. That is very true. Space is definitely big. So let's see who was first today. Augie was first, so we will follow Augie's sim, who is awake, so that's good. Augie, are you sick? Oh no, Augie! Augie's got the luck magnet ailment. So basically what that ailment does is you take good luck away from others and keep it for yourself. So you will have very good luck while you've got this luck ailment. And you are also decorated with a bunch of 4-leaf clovers all over your body. As you do. As you do. Right then, let's get going, shall we? I need to continue work on chapter 2 of my book. So, 20 minutes on the clock. Augie put you in solitary confinement. I love it. Right, 20 minutes on the clock. Let's go. I will up the music and mute myself while we work.
Oh, shippy Bitowix! Lockslip, Bentrip, yourself. Fumbo! Oh!
Gerba, Warble.
Nopsa Limita. No?
Ooh, Mackin. Mazambo. Sepane.
LaRue! Skibero de Shibi. Quinang. Tuba Yix. Labanev. Sebrim. Jarjuk. Okara. Oh, Shway.
Turfna Kimalu. Jokina Hukano.
Aspa. Floof Wazoo. Arpanaya. Ubado Brig. Huh? Ooh. Crowes. Fredishay, huh?
Nowsy Yap. Serpito.
Lead shooter, young man.
Yeah, through ya.
Huh?
Nabo. Slavo grilled beef peppers. Yap, yap.
Subao Havery, Umra Nibahana. Imbalo Noyam. Bepi Sheldo. Arvini Alonso. Blahoyapa. Kanumi. Virgil Zero. Nukem Kalang. Yam Sabrita. Ah. Opala Chaba. Teldo Davishi. Gorba. Kapinoy Jengla. Largus Akuni. Sensen Gorge. Wamba Boy Yambalala.
More Batuni. Friffa. Shouse.
Arogaba.
Oh, Ishkawani.
Ah. Huh? Shibu. Weapanabe.
Neferu. San. Boy.
Spino? Yeah, fruit. Huh? Shaladia? Attaboy. Ooh, dwarf. Kinesi Lima Penave. From Bazoyev. Hanrum. Unyak. Malaye Thruga. A front. Beirut. Marketer. Baya baya. William. Ordinary. Fenodim. Spaden Paula Johnson. Ah. Quaxa. Ah. Kelna. Salona. Vanoy.
In a smurv.
Narshaya.
Turnif. Unga. Arzo.
Ah.
Aram boy. Zarahim dombila. Fetish. Class Quexelwinch. Nepi Yakaboo. Gazi Panor. Jonah Pamaze. Dabishi Taru.
Rola Skirga.
Ibara. Wig How. Bafani Dawi. Rubara. Shirsha Gibaru. Quinhar. Pukanoi Pompira. Quexi Fazunia. Jessene Klonkas Rabana.
Tiba Bamel.
Vilbar.
Trip. Yips.
Yapia. Osbook. Pilpin Lenzai.
Huh? Marbine? Oh, Yips. Gishla. Ringlar Yeeds Habana. Leave day.
The nerve.
Oh.
Sarpava, Lemtum Yanabi. Jumja,
Aspa. Floof Wazoo.
Noom.
Miaxa. Grants.
Oh.
Jensiba. Lanza.
Jumja,
Maru. Skibero de Shibi. Quine. Fazunia. Doomba Mayump. Lamina. Charib Safri. And Serpa.
Oh,
Huh? Popsine. Neppy Yeka Chibs. Sebrim. Jarjuk. Okara.
Oberoi Zoperty.
Huh?
Berne Wibasuk. Uxaloy?
Chibis
I have owned.
Wisub.
Oh.
Rauis Fredishay. Yoim. Rauis Fredishay. You Beppa.
Sibuna Torbal Farbe.
Simbab Kriko.
Klarshin.
Shamabu.
Ah.
Fobizi. Chipwa. Yibs Panaru. Baloof. Weebstana Hishina. Charfin. Yaskip. Gish Dabalagul. Bedo. Galarga. Batanaba Andrew. Shalba. Shalba McCorbif. Aramboya.
Yes.
Chibs. Rauis Fredishay. You Beppa. Ubado. Brigyaba. Sarabin Dombila? Chibs. Fredishay. Fredishay. Dope. Quabba Chibs. Yoyam. Yibs, Tombra. Ulak. Storn of Flame. Ubado. Brigyaba.
Hemp Farbu. Nibahana.
Neppy Yeka Chibs. Echudna. Tranquil. Hibby Chiv. Gondolaya. Rangoya Umbix.
Shalba. Barlini Yoris. Sul, terrific.
All right, my friends, that is our first focus session done for this morning. How are you all getting on? Are you doing okay? I spent most of that 20 minutes fiddling with the layout of the ebook that I'm currently writing. I've got the footer, and I realized that the footers, the headers and footers, because I've got this really kind of like a gold plumb bob with a filigree line, filigree lines going on on either side of the plumb bob, and I've got that grouped so it's one image, so to speak. But I noticed that on some pages they were unevenly spaced, so I just went through the entire 30 pages that I've got so far and made sure that they were, that they looked good. So yeah, that took most of the 20 minutes. But, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So, how are our Sims doing? That's a good question. Also, I do want to open up Discord just to see if there's any Simmy news that we've got for today. I'm not thinking that there is, but we will find out. UI Cheats has been updated. That is an interesting thing. So the UI Cheats is a mod for The Sims 4, and it's a really good mod. So if it's been a while since it's been updated, and yeah, if you have Sims for PC, and you don't mind using mods, I do recommend the UI Cheats mod because it is a really, really good mod. So basically, let me pause our game here. So basically what it does, hold on if I can bring up there we go. Okay. So the UI Cheats mod, it allows you to basically, in The Sims 4, you've got your user interface. So let's say, for example, that your Sim, their bladder need is really low. All you have to do with the UI Cheats mod is right-click on that bladder need, and your Sim, that bladder need will automatically fill up. So you just, very simple, right-click on it, and it will fill. If you have the UI, I don't have the UI Cheats mod, so, it's why it's not working. And it does a load of other things as well, so there's just an absolute ton of different things that you can do with the UI Cheats mod. It's a really good mod. Hey, Kirsten! How are you doing today? Glad to see ya. Jeeves, careful with the UI Cheats, though. It tends to play... Yeah, it, if you have other UI mods, yeah, it doesn't tend to play nicely with those. But where's my thing? Here it is. So the UI Cheats extension mod is made by a creator called Weirbasu, and they've updated it, which is really, really nice, and they have added a formative moments support, which is really good. So this is version 1.54, and adds support for formative moments within the add trait cheat. So this will allow you to assign formative moments directly through the UI instead of relying on gameplay triggers or console commands. Now, I'm not going to read through this article about how to use it. But you do need, as Jeebs just said, yeah, you do need to be very careful with the UI cheats mod, because if you have any other UI cheats, they do tend to clash a little bit. Kirsten, you got to go to bed. Aw, sleep well, my friend. I am glad that you popped in, though. But I do hope you have a good rest. It's important to get plenty of rest. I am out of coffee. So it's water time. There we go. But yeah, so that's a bit of good news if you use the UI cheats extension. There's a lot of with the UI cheats extension by Werebasu, there's a lot of things that it does, but there's also a lot of things that it doesn't do. So I'm glad that they've added that little bit of formative moments, you know, compatibility in with it. Good night, Kirsten. Like I said, thank you so much for dropping in. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. But that is pretty much it for the Sims news today. It's just amazing how actual little news there is. But speaking of gaming news, I played a bunch of demos last night, and there's a few demos that I played. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna load up Steam. I apologize if the stream starts lagging, because this will mean that I've got like an absolute bajillion things running. But it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Nothing will go wrong. And nothing at all. I'm just gonna close down all things I don't need. But yeah, I played a bunch of different demos last night. And there were a few good ones in there. There were a few that I was like, yeah, I got bored as soon as I started. But there was one of them. One of them was a pigeon demo. And I was so surprised at how much I enjoyed the game, because it's so simple and it's stupid. It is literally a game where you... Here it is. Pigeon, a love story is what it's called. Augie, oh my, you and your pigeon. I know, right? This right here, this video, this is the game. You play as a pigeon, flying around different cities. Actual one-to-one. They basically took like Google Maps, and added 3D effects to the buildings. So yeah, it's a one-to-one representation. It is a true representation of these cities. The demo is London, and you fly over different landmarks to collect the landmarks or discover the landmarks, and you coo. And as you coo, you're trying to find your mate. And the pigeons will turn red, and those pigeons are the ones who turned you down. The blue pigeons are the ones that haven't responded to you. The red ones are the ones that turn you down, and you're trying to find your one true mate in each map. Augie, typical Yorkshireman. But it's seriously, I don't know why it's so addictive, but I played nearly an hour of the demo last night. And it's just, yeah, it's so cute. And very, very interesting. So it does have online interactivity, so you can play it with your friends as well, where you're all pigeons flying around. I don't know how that works because I didn't actually, didn't play with anyone. But yeah, you can play with your friends. It is just a really weird game, and I absolutely love it. It's just relaxing because it's got really nice music playing in the background, and the sounds of the birds' wings flapping and cooing, and yeah, it's a very relaxing experience. James Pigeon wants to get laid. Yeah, basically. So yeah, that is one demo that I played last night that I do recommend. And another, oh, where's my history? Let's see. No, I don't want my friend's activity. I want my activity. Okay, so other ones that I played Forbidden Solitaire demo. Forbidden Solitaire, again, is an interesting game. It is very nostalgic. It's very 1990s. And it's a kind of like an ARG. It's it's a horror game about unearthing the contents of a cryptic CD-ROM from 1995 that should never have existed. It's from the creators of Home Safety Hotline. So if you've played Home Safety Hotline, it's the same developers, and it is solitaire, but it's like a dungeon, a 1990s dungeon crawler solitaire, full of monsters, and when you can go to the shop and you upgrade, and the gems get embedded in your hand, and there's a whole you're chatting with your sister, who keeps giving you information as she comes across information about this game and the developers, and she keeps sending you images and stories about the game, and all of that. It's a very interesting game. So I put it on my wish list. It comes out sometime this month. Hopefully. But yeah, it's a very, very interesting game. If you're into that kind of stuff. And I do love my solitaire games, and I do like, retro games like that don't take themselves seriously. I love like Emily is Away and stuff like that. Really good. So yeah, this is right down my alley. So I like that. There's loads of ones that I played. So I played There Are No Ghosts at the Grand demo as well. Again, really, really good game. This is the demo starts you off in this hotel called the Grand Hotel that evidently you inherited from your uncle or from a family member. I'm not sure who, but yeah, from a family member. And you've got this gun that is a tool that does a wide variety of things. And yeah, there's a cat, and you can pet the cat, and the cat talks. So the demo was fantastic. I absolutely loved this demo. So this is another game that I put on my wish list, and I am really, really looking forward to when the full game comes out. Really, really looking forward to it. So yeah, it's definitely a game that I'm going to enjoy playing. It's got life simulation, so it's like a cross between House Flipper and it's a little bit a cross between House Flipper, Power Wash Simulator, and an adventure game. It's really good. Augie, you've played which one? Oh, you played the There's No Ghost at the Grand. It's almost like House Flipper with ghosts. Yeah, it's really good. Kirsten, you'll be on if I'm on later this afternoon. Yes, I will be on at we're going today until noon, and then UK time, and then we're coming back at 2 p.m. UK time. So I really hope to see you then, Kirsten. But yeah, there's just I sometimes I get into playing demos. You know, it's like I don't know what else to play, and Steam has like a thing on, you know, and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to I'm just gonna play all of these demos, you know. So I also played Deep Dish Dungeon demo, which, to be honest, it's a survival, a retro style survival exploration game, and you go through a puzzle based, you know, dungeon, and it's got Metroidvania and crafting elements. Now I have to admit, I personally did not like this. I got bored within the first 5 minutes of me playing this. But I think the reason I didn't like it is because the controls are just so janky. For my tastes, anyway. If you like retro style games where, you know, where the controls are janky, like they were back in the 90s, then you'll probably enjoy this. But for me, the controls were just a bit too janky. But I do love the looks of this game. It's just seriously really nice pixel art, you know, really nice aesthetics. And it's multiplayer as well. So if you got friends who also have this game, you can play with them. It is a good game. I mean, it's a good game if you like this kind of game. Like I said, I got bored of it, but not every game is to everyone's tastes, right? And the final game demo that I played last night is called Dragon Shelter Demo, and I put this up on the Discord because I figured that people like Augie and Shaz would probably like this game. Because if you like Stardew Valley, this is a very Stardew Valley-esque game. Where you start off, you play as a 14-year-old who has left the orphanage, and you go to your grandparents' farm, and your grandfather is either missing or dead, not quite sure which. The game doesn't really say, or the demo doesn't really say, but you find a dragon, which is why it's called Dragon Shelter. You find a dragon at your grandfather's farm, and you have to basically, you know, fix up the farm. And you meet people in the village, and you do things for them. It is very much in the vein of Stardew Valley. Augie, you've downloaded this, but you haven't tried it yet. You downloaded Little Rocket Lab demo as well. Little Rocket Lab. Ooh, that's not one that I've come across. But yeah, this does look really cute. I have to admit, it caught my interest because of the dragons. But it's too Stardew Valley for me. Because, I mean, I don't, unfortunately, even though I want to enjoy Stardew Valley type games, I just can't. My brain isn't wired to enjoy these. But it is very, very cute, and I will probably watch people play this. 100%. I will watch people play this game. So, Augie, very on brand, Mirror and Dragons. Very, very true, yes. So what is this Little Rocket Lab? Transform your childhood home as you build brilliant... Oh! Okay, so it's a... Oh, I'm gonna have to tell my housemate about this. Because my housemate does like factory-style games. So yeah, he might like this one. This is like a cross between. This is a bit like Stardew, not Stardew. My time at Portia, or the my time at Sandrock, right? That's what the vibe that it's given me. A little bit like the My Time at Portia series. Only more, a lot more, whatchamacallit, factories. A lot more factory. It's like a little bit like the My Time at games mixed with Satisfactory or Factorio. Yeah. That's definitely the vibes that I'm getting from just looking at it. Yeah, I think both of my housemates will probably really like this game. Let's see, how are we doing? We have run out of time, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna close down Steam. Since we've already, since we've chatted about the demos that I've played recently, and I found one that my housemates might like. Thank you very much, Augie. I will pass that on to them. So, my friends, let's get the next 20 minutes on. If you are new here, what we tend to do on this channel during our daytime streams is work. We do 20 minutes of focus time where we get things done. Housework, gardening, office work, whatever type of work you have, whatever things you need to do. The 20 minutes is your time to do them, and then we chat for a little while, and just generally, relax after an intense 20-minute focus session. So let's get going. 20 minutes on the clock, and we will follow. Let's follow Shaz, and I will catch you all in 20 minutes.
Tonkubu are about. Oh, Vinva. Ooh. Woo. Oh. Ha-ha. Uh-huh. Unyab. Ah. Benuza.
Neppy Yakapoo. Kazi Panor.
Vesadim! Pokum Ravuna!
Whoa! Jerba, Marvel.
Sarpava Lemtum Yanabi!
Bizarre. Bizarre. Yeah.
Bah.
Trimba? Oh, turkey wow.
Illineef!
Debris. Yalma Umpatash Vazunia. Quexi Fazunia. Kazi Panork. Quexi Fazunia. Durfna Kimalu. Oh. Yibsy. Fadish. Gerba, Warble. Ah.
All right, my friends, that is our second focus session done of the day. I'm getting there with this second chapter. I'm currently working on the section, section 5, which is build and buy cheats. It's by far probably it's the longest chapter, the longest section so far in this chapter, because there's just a lot of build buy cheats in The Sims 4. But I'm very slowly picking my way through them and putting them in this book. So I'll get there. Probably won't. Actually, I might finish it by the end of today's live stream. By the end of this morning's stream. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Augie, you've done your tidy desk task. Very, very good. Nice to see you all getting some stuff done. With me, it doesn't seem like I'm getting anything done because I haven't done exclamation done with Super Sweet Bot in so long. But chapter 2, when I hit the exclamation mark done, that will be a really, really good feeling. And then I just have to do the other 3 chapters. I need to get this book done, though. I really do. I'm guessing, if I had to guess, I would say that by the end of this book, it's probably going to be, I would say it's somewhere between 90 and 100 pages. It wouldn't surprise me if it was about 100 pages long. Which is small for a book when you think about it, but there's going to be a lot of information packed into this book. So, and I could make it longer. I could probably put it up to 200 if I added flowery language and personal annotations and, you know, all that stuff, loads of images. But no, I just want this to be a searchable, no frills or very little frills. You know, I want it to look nice, but I want it to be easy for searching, so that people can find the problem that they're having or the cheat code that they need quickly. Very, very quickly. So, there we go. Wow, Opting is getting down. Wish on. We dancing. We dancing. Right, there are a couple of broken things, but you know what? We're gonna wait until the end of our next focus session to take care of the of this stuff. So of all the broken stuff, we'll go over it all and we'll see how it goes. Jeeves getting down with the dad dancing. Oh yeah, you gotta do the dad dance every once in a while, right? Gotta do the dad dancing. Right then, let me think. Let's have a look at the GX corner for new releases. I do like looking at the upcoming and new releases. You find some really good games by going through this. So let's go. We got 10 minutes left, so let's take that off, and let's take that off, and let's take a look at different games. So, released yesterday, Fracture Field released. It's a simulation strategy management. It's an idler clicker game. So if you're into your idle type of games, just something to have running in the background while you're doing work, this might be up your alley. You never know. I'm not gonna try the demo because I'm not huge on idle games like this, but if you are, then there's a demo. and it's currently £3.89. So there you go. Releasing today, we've got Below the Crown, which is a strategy roguelike game. We've also got Legendary Pilots, which is a simulation game, retro-styled game, where you manage routes, passengers, and maintain your own planes. It's retro pixel art, flyable turboprops, and regional jets with simplified navigation and a competitive airline economy system. And now, part of me is like, this looks like and sounds like a pretty fun game. Now, and it does have that really nice, you know, pixel retro, the pixelated modern retro aesthetic. Let's, you know, call it what it is. Now, my problem with this is it would probably set off my vertigo. So, while it looks cool, it's probably... oh, yeah, that would definitely set off... just looking at that image is low-key setting off my vertigo. So, this is not a game for me, but if you like your flying simulation games and management-type games, you might want to give this a look-see. Opting... Hi, Opting. How are you? I haven't got that done yet. It's on my to-do list for today. I will do that during our next focus session. I will get that done. And there, how you doing, Optin? So you see, you figured you'd check. Yep. Arena, hello. You need to get stuff done. Help you. Add stuff to the to Super Sweet Bot. Exclamation mark sweet. To get a simplified thing. Here we go. There you go. That's how it's done. Type exclamation mark task space and then whatever your task is to get started. And then when you're done with that task, it's exclamation mark done. It's pretty simple. But how you doing, Arena? Very, very glad to see ya. Yeah, Augie's showing you all of the commands. That's the word. So how are you doing, Arena? And also Opting. How are you? Opting, your sim has decided that he likes handiness and fixing things. So, you know, I just thought I'd put that in there. Arena, you're doing good. You're slightly panicking, though, because you've got so much that needs doing. The Super Sweet Bot is a very, very good thing to use if you've got a lot of stuff to do. It also, the neat thing about the Super Sweet Bot is it works even when I'm not online. So even if I'm not live, you can come over to the channel and you can type in, you know, exclamation mark task, exclamation mark done, and so on, and you can still use the Super Sweet Bot here on the channel even if I'm not live. You can also use it on other people's channels that use Super Sweet Bot, and it will remember your list from my channel to theirs, which is pretty cool. Arana, then you notice that I'm live, so you'll be using my stream for support. Awesome. Always glad to see you, though. No matter what you're here for, even if it's just to chat, I'm always glad to see you. So let's see, releasing on the 22nd, we have Tides of Tomorrow, which is a story-rich Choices Matter adventure game from the makers of Road 96, which was an interesting game. So definitely take a look at this. I've heard that Tides of Tomorrow is supposed to be a really, really good game, because it basically, the story, your game is determined by your friends. So each playthrough is influenced by the choices of other players. So like, if you have friends who play this game, you know, friends on Steam who play this game, then you can, if your friend takes something from an NPC, you won't have the option to take that item from the NPC. Or if one of your friends helps an NPC, then that NPC might, you know, by giving them something, then that NPC might give that item to you, or you might have the opportunity to take that item from the NPC. It's a really interesting, you know, concept, and I kind of like it. I have to admit, it is very, very interesting sounding. So Arena, you're here also for me. I am amazing. Oh, thank you. That's really, really nice of you to say. Making me feel all warm and fuzzy. Which is interesting, because I'm not wearing anything fuzzy. Jeebs, what are we panicking about? Arena has a lot on her to-do list today. A lot. Checking the time. Alright, we got 3 minutes on the timer. So we can talk about a couple more games. So we've got also releasing tomorrow, Masters of Albion. This is being developed and published by 22 Cans. It is Peter Molyneux's final game, and is basically, says here, it's a bold reimagining of the God game genre. It takes a lot from Peter Molyneux's previous games, a little bit from Fable, a little bit from Black and White, and modernizes them all. This is probably what Goddess should have been, but, you know, there you go. It is over on Steam, and it is opening up on early access in 1 day and 6 hours. However, while I have to admit, while it does look interesting, I do not trust anything that Peter Molyneux brings out after Goddess. Especially since he's been going very heavy on mobile games and that are very aggressively whale, you know, as in like the person who, if you can pay a lot, then you get shortcuts for the game, which I don't like. And yeah, it's just, Peter Molyneux rubs me the wrong way. He really does. So while this game does interest me, I am not going to buy it until after it's fully released. And I see what the user reviews are like. Because Goddess was never fully released, and it could have been a good game if it had been developed for PC. But it wasn't. It was developed for mobile and just released for PC, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I'm gonna wait on that. I am 100% gonna wait on it. Jeebs, it looks exactly like Black and White. It does, yeah. It is basically a remake of Black and White from what it looks like, yeah. Arena, sorry, you've got a very important, annoying meeting today at your place that you're not mentally in the mood for. Oof. I am really sorry to hear that, Arena. Hopefully it goes well for you. Time for professional face? Yeah, exactly, James. Arena, they want to talk about your health last year and if anything needs to be changed. Also, you're kind of in a fight with some BS that you don't agree with, so you're going to have to defend the healthcare that you get at the moment while also denying the needs of other stuff that they want you to get to protect their own asses at your cost. Wow. Absolute just wow. That is so rude of them. That is absolutely rude of them. Don't back down. Fight for what you need, because compromising and accepting less than what you need to function is just, don't do it. Don't do it, because if you give an inch, they will start chipping away at everything. They'll be like, ooh, Arena's willing to compromise, so let's see exactly how much we can take away from her. That is the business mentality, unfortunately, executive mentality, and don't let them do it. Arena, you're not backing down. Good on you. Good on you, Arena. And you still are working on your game. By the way, hitting officially the 5 years in a few days. Wow, has it been that long? I remember when you first started it. And you have come on a long ways. You really have. That is seriously awesome that you haven't given up on your game as well. Very, very good. Alright, my friends. We are, we're doing it. Hitting that timer, 20 minutes on the clock. So for those of you who are new, by the way, this is a Work With Me live stream. We have Sims 4... Oops. We have Sims 4 running in the background during our focus sessions, which last 20 minutes. During that 20 minutes, that is your time to get things done. Whatever's on your to-do list. You chip away at it. You get something done during that 20 minutes. Even if it's part of something, it's still important. And then at the end of the 20 minutes, we have chatting time, where we talk about anything and everything, what's bothering us, our good news, bad news, things that we want to happen, things that we are planning on happening, gaming news, basically anything goes. It's always fun. Arena, chat about the game in 20 minutes, no worries. Alright, my friends, let's get on that timer. I will mute my microphone so that we can all more easily focus, because you can't focus with me chatting like this. It's impossible. Anyway, 20 minutes on the clock. I'll catch up with you all after the focus session.
Fredishay. Chips. Thinky noof. Umpatash arfanaya. Cricky. Jiffa Kalul Yal Mazura. Fredishay. Plus Quexel Rinch.
Fail power, bitches!
Hobble.
trainee Bipson. Aha. Zabo. Sharp Galru, Ukaru, Wambu. Muscat Tree, Yaflabasor. Let's see about Java. Ginaba Yaflam Shusha. Ravobi, Sacronario Manza. Orbitane.
All right, my friends, that is our focus session done. I'm nearly done with this section of my book. I'm so close. I've just finished typing up the floor and surface placement shortcuts. I've got roof editing left to do, as well as a few caveats, warnings, and the end of section checklist. So that will get done after our lunch break. And then I can start on chapter 6. So let's pause the game. Arena, you have been absolutely just blasting through your to-do list. Very, very good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around and we're going to have our Sims do their things. So we're going to first check each room, make sure that there's nothing broken. It looks like the oven has been fixed. That's good. Let's pick up that lump of clay off the floor. We've got a couple of paintings. We have an excellent painting by Rob Bobson. We'll have Muir sell that one. And then over here, we've got a very pretty, excellent painting, also by Rob Bobson. We'll have Sean sell that one. And over on YouTube, we have 4 votes in our poll, and everyone is doing housework today. That's amazing. That is seriously amazing that everyone is doing, everyone that's voted in the poll is doing housework. I'm going to go ahead and end that poll. It is 100% with 4 votes for housework. Arena, you've had amazing progress this morning. They're small tasks, you just had to start doing them. You even merged some tasks for the list to not spam it too much. Oh, that's absolutely fine. That's what the list is, or what Super Sweet Bot is there for. Let's see. How's the toilet? We're gonna have Opting collect all the fairy dust in there. It looks like the toilet and the bathroom is okay. There's no fire opting. There's no fire. We're good. Opting, you finished your test fire command. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh no. Oh no, Opting, you're hysterical. You might die. It's fine. So our cow plant needs to be milked. Arena, for your game, you have German and Swedish now working, and you've got the first few cutscenes implemented. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Seriously, you're doing so well. All right, so Fleur, why don't you come and revive this cow plant that has died? And you might as well do all the rest too. Just go around, revive all of the cow plants. It's fine. Oops, and this one. There we are. I'll have Cody milk this one. And hopefully someone will come around and, you know, feed it or give the cow plant water. I mean, take the cow plant's cake, whichever. I'm sure it's fine. Rob Bobson can get the mail. And there we go. Opting. Oh yeah. What kind of game is it? Arena, when playing your game now, it's about 1.5 hours to 2 hours of gameplay at like casual speed. Oh, nice. So you've actually got a nice amount of gameplay. That's really good. All right, let's check in here. I'll have Muir go around and collect all the fairy dust. Nothing is broken in the gym, which is good. Very good, actually. I'll take it. We'll have Sean come around, and oh, we got another cow plant berry over here. Let's put that over there. We're gonna have Sean come around and plant the cow plant berries. And now I am pretty certain that I asked someone to come around and revive these. So let's do this again. Because someone's not doing their chores. Is that... Cody just fed the cow plant. Rock just fed the cow plant. It's fine. Everything's fine. I don't think ghost sims can die from feeding from taking the cow plant. You know, from doing the cow plants. Taking the cow plant's cake. I don't think that anyone can yeah. But you know, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Such a colossal
Phrasing.
could only be perpetrated by such a colossal dolt.
Wah! Ewoki, sorry, that was you. You just, yes, too many caps. What did you do? You figured out which freaking links you have to no anchor text on the dumb website. Awesome. I'm gonna, there we go. That is seriously awesome. And thanks there for that. Jeeves. Phrasing, yes. Yes, indeed. Why is he terrified? Oh. Sean is afraid of cow plants. It's fine. It's absolutely 100% fine. There's, you know... Oh my god, Thank you, Sean. Thank you for actually reviving the cow plants. I told you to revive this one as well, please. Please do as you're told. Kindly do as you're told. Ewoki, that is seriously awesome. Very, very big congrats there, Ewoki. Now, the lady who designed your website, she had the links on images, but they're not meant to have... Oh. Yeah, that's a bit problematic, isn't it? All right. All right, Sean, will you please, since you are the only one doing what I tell you to do, please go around and plant all of these cow plant berries. I know that you are afraid of cow plants, but, you know, we cannot have the cow plants not being cow plants. They must grow. The cow plant army must grow. I'm just saying. It's a thing that needs to be done. It is a thing that must be. All right, so it looks like everyone is doing really well. Let's find out who started the painting and didn't stop. There we go. We'll let Shaz finish her painting. Ewoki, you feel like you won the lottery figuring that out? Fantastic job. Really proud of you. Sometimes it can be really difficult figuring stuff like that out. I mean, for me, I have no chance because I do not have a programming brain at all. I've tried learning CSS. I've tried learning HTML. I've tried learning Python, C++, Java, and C#. And every single programming language that I have tried to learn, I get up to a certain point and I run into a wall and I cannot progress beyond that point. My brain just cannot handle the logic side of it. I just get confused. I understand it. You know, I understand what the code is meant to do and what I need to, you know, what, basically, like, if you give me a bunch of code, I could probably tell you, as long as it's good code, you know, I could tell you what that code is meant to do. But if you say, Muir, write a program for me that does this, I'd be like, bleh, and wouldn't be able to do it. Ewoki, you have 0 skills for this, to be honest, so it took you like an hour. I mean, I would not call that 0 skills. If you figured it out, then you do have some skills. Because I would never be able to figure anything out like that. So you did very good. Arena, you did all of them. The only one that you hate is Python. See, the instructor, because I took an online course, and it was a free online course through, I think it was Coursera or something like that. But the course that I took, the guy, the teacher was an old school programmer who believed that with Python, you had all the variables had to be letters. You couldn't have any, this is what this instructor believed, you couldn't have any, no comments, all variables had to be letters, and you had to write it without spaces. So it had to be like one huge long line of code. And that's what it was an old school Python programmer. And I tried doing it like that, and I'm just like, no, this is, I don't know what anything does. So I started doing it, you know, by variables being descriptive variables, commenting my code, and I still hit a brick wall. So Arena, you disagree so badly on not having comments. If it works, it works, and yeah, exactly. You need comments. Mainly for yourself, for future you. You know? Future you will love you to bits if you comment your code properly. And add self-commenting code. So like as in variables that tell you what the variable is and what it does, you know? So yeah, that is basically all I've learned from programming. Is I mean I can read someone else's programming if it's good, you know, good code, but yeah, I can't program myself. So or even if it doesn't work, you still did amazing, but oof. You prefer minimal comments, but no comments at all is, yeah, exactly. The guy that was teaching is like, oh, well, we'll do all of that. And I'm just like, oh my God, dude, what does this say? What is this meant to do? It just, ugh. Jeeves, you swear if you look at one more script that calls another script without a comment telling you that, you'll throw the original author out the nearest window. Love it, Jeeves. Absolutely love it. Right, my friends. It is, we have gone over, as we always do, but we're used to it, right? We are completely used to me going over. Right, so thank you all so much for being here today. I will be back. And I hope to see you back as well in 1 hour, 45 minutes for our afternoon live stream, 2 p.m. UK time to 4 p.m. UK time, where we will get more stuff done. And that's a promise. Arena, the most fun things ever in your code are within the comments. Augie looks to the sky. That's how far this conversation is above your head. It's okay, Augie. It's absolutely fine. Iwoki, yes, I will see you all after lunch. Right, feel free, by the way, if you all want to continue chatting, feel free to chat in the chat, even though the live stream isn't live. Feel free to use Super Sweet Bot in the chat as well during the break if you want to carry on. Even though even if I'm not, even though I won't be live, it's fine. Use my chat as much as you want. It's absolutely fine with me. I trust you all. Plus, the bots are still live, so they will moderate the chat for me. Ha. So no wild parties. I'm just saying. Arena, you got thousands of lines of code. Your editor just gives you where stuff is. That makes sense. Yep. Right then, my friends, let's go. I'm hungry. I need lunch, and I need to go for my afternoon walk. I will see you all in 1 hour, 45 minutes. Have a good one. Stay safe, stay hydrated, all of that stuff that I always say at the end of each of my streams. I'll catch you later. Bye. I hope the